Basement Bookers Podcast.
Hello and Happy New Year from the Basement Bookers Podcast. It is the year 2025. This is the first Basement Bookers Podcast of the year. It's been a whole year since I've seen Rich Riz. It's been a whole year since we've spoken to you fine people out there. And I hope 2025 finds you in good spirits. We're still here. Armageddon isn't here. WWE hasn't re-released the Armageddon pay-per-view. We are one day removed from the first episode of Monday Night Raw, and the master of ceremonies, the Riz's baldest man. And then, fighting out of the gray seat, the undisputed basement champion of the world, going into Royal Rumble, your champion. And we have a lot of champions to talk about today. A lot has happened, Rich Derez. A lot has transpired in the year since we last spoke. Because 2025, what a year it's been so far. I would go on to say 2025 so far is the best year in wrestling. So far, these 5 days have been so good. They've been so good. So what do we do, Rich Derez? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit.
I think we got to talk about it. I think we have to. We can't not talk about what happened on the first 3-hour Smackdown.
Listen, if it wasn't for the fact that it was good, it would have been torture. 3 hours is too much for me. I can't do it. Well, I can't on my DVR. I can do it on the DVR. It was a good Smackdown, Rich Derez. Why don't you? Let's begin. Let's stop this, okay? Nobody cares that I'm the basement champion until I beat them, okay? Let's rock in this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this real quick. Like I DVR'd also, through my YouTube TV or whatever, but it didn't feel like 3 hours. I feel like they've found the right formula of how to keep us properly entertained during those 3 hours. They broke up the commercials well. They said it was gonna be limited commercials. It didn't feel like 3 hours, and that's how you do it.
How nice for you. Well, some of us, as soon as they saw this Naomi video package, decided, I think I'm going to have to sit here live for the whole day because there's going to be a cash-in tonight. There was no doubt about it. And boy, what a correct. What a correct.
I mean, it was the time to do it. The first Smackdown of the new year, the first 3-hour Smackdown. You had what they wanted us to believe was a big women's title match, and where's Tiffany? I don't know. I haven't seen her all day. She's probably blah blah blah, whatever, yada yada.
That's more evidence. More evidence.
Yeah. So Smackdown. We talk about Smackdown first, I guess.
Well, you brought it up.
I did.
You said. So that's what we're doing.
It was we had the cash in, and it was great. The fans popped. I think the fans pop for the cash in, not so much for the person doing the cashing in anymore. It's like they know they're there. They're witnessing history. It's going to be a big moment. It's going to be played over and over and over on all of social media. But I'm sitting there watching.
Why not both, though?
Right. It could be. It could be. And like I had, unfortunately, like the risk you run when you DVR and delay your viewership is seeing spoilers. And I saw a spoiler for Tiffany's cash-in twice, unfortunately.
You fool!
I know. One time wasn't even my fault. My girlfriend had her phone open. She watches the TikToks, and she was scrolling.
She's in
And
big trouble now.
she did. This was the second time.
You're in big trouble now. Mistress Chaos, you are in big trouble now. I am calling you out. The next time I see you, it's gonna be. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. What punishment should be met upon you. But when I'm done with you, you're gonna be alright. But you're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret it.
To be fair, that was the second time I saw the spoiler. First time was just on my own socials, but she didn't see it. She just scrolled, paused it, had her phone open, and I saw on it said new WWE Women's Champion. And I'm like, all right, let me tell her to not look at her phone if she hasn't seen it already or whatever.
She should know better. Her algorithm has wrestling in it now. She should know better, especially on a Monday or a Friday.
Yeah.
Oh. Those
Yeah,
TikTokers move fast, dude. When they put their
do.
shit up, they
They
go.
Do. And they don't have a lot of time left, as I understand it.
All I did was make a GIF. I made a GIF out of the Tiffany Stratton thing.
And thank you for the correct pronunciation. That is the only way to pronounce that file type.
Well, when you give somebody a present, is it a gift? No, it's a gift. So shut the hell up.
Gift.
It is a gift.
Speaking of gifts.
Yes.
Real quick, I want to say probably one of the best gifts I've ever received.
You better be careful what you're about to do here.
This is
You
not.
better be careful.
I'm being careful. This is not the original. This is not the really real.
Hold on a second. I helped you out here. There's only one way for you to display this thing without being harmed. You have to do it the Jacob way. You have to do it the Jacob way.
All right.
I forgot to tell you that.
Okay. All right. I was given as a gift. Not gifted, because I hate gift as a verb. My very own Ulafala.
You have to do you put it, I love you, Solo!
I love you, Roman Reigns.
There you
OTC,
go.
the only tribal chief.
There you go. You're just holding it for him.
Now,
are you in the deal? So if Solo wins, does he also get Paul Heyman and Rich Derriz, or is that we not know about that just yet?
Solo's not going to win, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
So we can throw that in if they can throw that in if they want.
Oh
Solo's
shit.
not winning that. Solo's not winning that. But these are wood, bro.
No, I believe you.
Like, listen.
It's made out of the Samoan tree or something. I don't know how they make that.
It is a tree native to Polynesia and the Hawaiian Islands and such.
There you go.
I think it's supposed to be a flower, but these are wood. What they use is wood. I think the original that was presented to Roman was actual flowers, and then they're just like, all right, this is a bit more durable for the road, so let's get the wood. But super cool, super dope. We have, of course, Tribal Combat coming up on the first Raw of Netflix.
But that's neither here nor there.
Not yet. Not yet. We're going to get to that. Smackdown. I mean, what else is there? Oh, the New Day. They wouldn't let the New Day talk?
Yeah, on Monday Night Raw.
That was Raw. Damn it.
Because
I'm just scrolling my damn Smackdown notes.
imagine having them show up on Smackdown just to get booed when they don't even go there. It's like, yes, we have that. What's that? The window's open. So let's have the New Day over there
trade window
to yell at them. You know, let's yell at the New Day.
Yeah.
Trade window? That's stupid. Just say it doesn't matter right now. We'll try to figure stuff out. But I guess that's a shorter way of saying that. We don't know. We don't know. It's just whoever we need is going to be there.
Yeah. What do they call it? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We know
like
what
Obas, who's huge in Japan.
Yeah.
That's where he is, guys, in case you were wondering where he was.
He's huge everywhere.
Yeah, he is huge. What was huge was SmackDown. I got a question, man. Are Los Garzas good guys now?
I don't think so.
When did they start calling them Los Garzas also? I just picked that up.
It's Los Garza. There's no S, which does throw people off. Throws me off.
So are they the Garza? Are they both the
Yeah,
Garza?
cause they're cousins.
They are
Just
cousins.
you know, months and months ago they started calling them Los Garza. They had like 2 matches under that, and then they disappeared.
That's probably
And
why.
and then they started just doing the pre-taped things in a restaurant, kind of like Tony D'Angelo and the family. They just sit
Yeah,
in
and
front of the
also
restaurant talking.
Escobar. Like they
Yeah.
used to do that too.
hmm
So
So,
Legato.
mhm. Legato. Man, I miss the original Legato.
Yeah, I think that's because it was made by someone else they're not working with anymore. I don't know who did theirs, but
Maybe.
look, there's a lot of new music this week. We're getting off the rails here. We got to talk about Smackdown. All right,
hmm
a lot happened. We thought Naomi was going to glow time all over the place. Not we, not me, but a lot of
Nah.
people did. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a very bad night for Naomi. It's going to be a good night for Tiffany Stratton, and she tried to trick me. She
hmm
tried to trick everybody where she's like, "Oh no, I'm just here to save Nia Jax,"
hmm
but no, it just cracked. The referee was nice, even though after they got attacked and assaulted, they're like, "All right, I got to do my job. Let's do it officially now," because she did
Yeah,
hit
but
that very same referee.
that was a good way to draw Nia into a false sense of security.
Yes, it was, and she did, because
hmm
she kept poking her, both her and Candace. And I don't know what happens. I know Tiffany Stratton's not a good guy. Okay, that's not going to change. She beat the brakes off of Bianca Belair after Bianca Belair was nice enough to KOD or whatever to Nia Jax,
hmm
further helping things along. You had
hmm
to do all that to keep her down, and that, it was Tiffy time.
Yeah, because
It was going to happen.
Nia is being probably booked as tough, but improperly booked as dumb. Like still running headfirst into the turnbuckle. I want like a smart, tough heel. Nia's been in the business long enough to be smarter than that.
That's right, Rich Torres. But don't worry, Nia Jax doesn't have to worry. Because as
Mm.
soon as the bell rang, as soon as the referee counted three,
hmm
I heard a jet fuel up.
Ah,
Here comes Charlotte Flair. That's
here
not going to
comes
work
Charlotte
for
Flair.
her, brother.
Nope.
She's not going to work. That's not going to work for her, brother. She's coming down there, and before Tiffany Stratton can say Tiffy time, the Charlotte Flair, whatever version of the song, is going to just show up, and she's going to woo. She's going to woo down there. She's going to Charlotte Flair all over
hmm
Tiffany Stratton's face, neck, and chest. It's going to happen.
Mm.
I said what I
Oh,
said.
she's gonna throw that. She's gonna swing her creative control around.
She doesn't have that anymore. But yeah, she's probably going to beat her. Going to teach her a
She,
lesson.
yeah, she's gonna swing Triple H's creative control.
Tiffany
She's
Stratton,
gonna.
yeah.
She talks to Triple H. She's like, I think this is what my dad would want to do. As if he's dead, but he's not.
Yeah, but in her
But
mind.
yeah,
Anyway,
like if your hero, my dad, were here booking the show, I think this is what he would do.
well, I
Huh?
guess it's a good thing he's not.
So I realized when Naomi hit the Samoan drop on Naya, right? For some reason, at that point, I clicked. I'm like, oh, this is all still indirectly related to the bloodline.
This is a bloodline match.
Yeah, because like whether Tiffany or whether Naomi or Nia won, it would have stayed within the family.
It would have, but it
Also,
didn't.
I liked there was a for Naomi's video package. There was a part where Naomi and Jimmy were on like a red carpet thing or whatever, but there was another camera in between the camera view that we saw, and Jimmy had like the display for the camera right over his face. So they're just like, we're showing you Naomi. You know that's Jimmy, but we're not showing you Jimmy.
No,
It's just
Jimmy,
Naomi.
this is all about Naomi. It was Naomi's time
hmm
until it wasn't.
Yeah, from Trinity time to Tiffy time.
It was a foregone conclusion. Who knows what's next? Maybe she's gonna have to wrestle Nia Jax. Maybe Nia Jax wants a rematch. Who knows? Maybe Nia Jax is not around for a little while. I don't know. Um,
Maybe.
could
I
be.
think Candace is gonna come for Tiffy first, feeling betrayed. Nia's gonna throw Candace at her, essentially.
Man, Candace don't deserve no title shot, but she could get these hands.
Hmm.
She could get those Tiffy hands. She don't deserve no
Hmm.
title shot. Man, get out
No,
of
but it'll
here.
be one of those things to just build up the story between now and then, aka kind of filler, because we
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen. Naomi's gonna win, whether it be by by pinfall or by DQ when Nia gets involved. And there's a beatdown. Bianca runs out. This, that, the other. Yada yada.
Find me somebody who dislikes Candice LeRae as much as Corey Graves hates Johnny Wrestling.
Oof.
Like he can't stand that little motherfucker. You don't like him. I say little.
Hmm.
We're around the same height. That's neither here nor there. Um,
Facts.
anyway, um, so Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre. Drew
Hmm.
McIntyre embraces Cody Rhodes.
Hmm.
Cody apparently Drew just wanted a closer look at the tattoo, and it was worse than he thought. That's what I'm hearing.
Like you
Um,
really did that to yourself willingly, huh?
you did that. You really did that to yourself willingly, and you think you can be the champion? Maybe. I don't know. I got to admit, it's pretty crazy how durable Cody Rhodes is because Kevin Owens pile drive Randy Orton, and
Hmm.
he's still gone. Oh, Kevin Owens does a package pile driver
Hmm.
on Cody Rhodes.
Different
Cody's
pile driver.
back, but it's a package pile driver.
Right. The package pile driver impacts, like, you hit here. You hit like the back of your head and your neck, so your head can bend this way. The standard pile driver, you drop directly on top of your head, so your neck compresses. There's the potential for a lot more damage that way.
Yeah, they must do really weak pile drivers on AEW because you got women pile driving each other on outside of aprons,
Mm.
and they're fine in the same match. So I'm a little confused here. Are they not
Uh,
pile driving hard enough? Like, what's happening?
I think Cornette would say something about Carney Mud Show, Outlaw Mud Show, Carney bullshit.
I'm a little show. Come on, man.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the pot and the kettle, but he's not wrong.
Pot in the kettle. Pot in the kettle. I was going somewhere. But we can't wait to get that last man standing match between James Cornette and his buddy, the Bromaster himself, Vince Russo. If they wanted to make money, the same
Hmm.
people that do those like influencer fights on YouTube, they gotta get Cornette and Russo in like a boxing match. I don't care what they do. Do something.
I feel like instinctively I want to say I would love to see that, but I know Cornette is
He's
significantly older than Vince
old.
Russo. Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
he's older.
Yeah. We don't want
No,
anything to happen to the guy.
right.
It could be a real problem there, sunshine.
Besides, on the heels of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Look,
Yeah.
that's not real. All right, I'm starting to think that's not real. I mean, it might be real, but I don't know. I think it was like wrestling almost. Like what does like no one there really gained anything, I don't think, because it's like Logan Paul, he's fighting like a way older Mike Tyson, and in boxing
Hmm.
it's a little bit different than wrestling, And then
Hmm.
as Mike Tyson was fighting Logan Paul, and it's like it doesn't help Mike Tyson to beat Logan Paul because Jake Paul. Although, I mean, Mike Tyson's been in the WWE before. He didn't
Yep.
wrestle, but we could get Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson as some funny little WrestleMania thing, better than him and John Cena or anything like that. Just keep him away from him.
Could be. Could be.
Yeah.
I
Well,
saw
yeah.
a rumor for Mania, since you mention it,
Okay.
uh, that potentially what they might be working on is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
Uh, I would watch that. You know,
I
I
would, I would too, but I say why?
I was saving this for the Raw conversation.
Why am I wrong?
Okay,
The
so
horns are back.
we take these. All right, listen. Now, outside of Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton,
Hmm.
name one person John Cena would wrestle, and I will go first. I think it goes without saying that John Cena must wrestle Dirty Dominic Mysterio. That's going to be on there. There's no way he doesn't wrestle him. That will be interesting.
That would be a good one. Um, I feel like there is a way to work it into the storyline. I can't quite grasp it yet, but Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, that's possible.
Kevin Owens was, I mean, John Cena was Kevin Owens' first match on the main roster.
That's right, he was. But what would he gain out of this, Kevin Owens? What would he get out of this, you think?
I mean, Cena's still the biggest, probably one of the biggest names in the industry still. It could be, well, what would he gain? He could be the last one to take him out ultimately.
Oh, maybe
They'll
that's
probably,
it. Maybe he wants to pile drive John Cena.
yeah.
He wants to pile drive John Cena. I'm about to say
Mm,
he's going to. That could be
mm.
like his whole shtick. They call me Kevin Owens, and I'm the pile driver.
Not a bad nickname. Pile driver.
I'm the pile driver. The pile driver. All right. How about The Rock?
I feel like that's almost a definite. Like they're gonna work through kind of everyone that has to deal with the bloodline. Because Cena had that stupid rivalry with The Rock, right?
First time only. Then next time
Right.
only.
So it was once in a lifetime, and then twice in a lifetime.
Hey, they let us see it, so.
Yeah. So Cena vs. Rock the last time. Who else is active?
Oh, what if he tag teams with Roman Reigns?
Cena and Roman versus Rock, and
Anybody. It could be The Rock and Solo.
could be Rock and Solo. I was just
Rock and
thinking that.
Solo versus John Cena and Roman. Yeah. This is all fantasy, obviously. They'll probably do John Cena versus Logan Paul, but I don't think it's like a WrestleMania thing.
No.
Because like John Cena's doing a full year loop or run, as they call it, whatever they call it. That's what he's doing. And
Hmm.
Triple H even said that like what John's doing, he's not out there like trying to go main event WrestleMania or win titles. He's just doing a final, like a run, like a tour.
Yeah, but Cena versus Cody at Mania, it may not be the main event, but that'll be a main event.
If it happens,
Right.
like if the fantasy booking goes, like he doesn't have to necessarily win the
Hmm.
championship.
Hmm.
I mean, he doesn't have to win the Royal Rumble to get a title match against Cody Rhodes.
Right.
He doesn't have to be the Royal Rumble winner. But it
Hmm.
would be interesting if he was the Royal Rumble winner.
So,
Interesting.
so if not Cena, who wins the Rumble?
That's a good question that I gave zero thought to. Um, I don't know, man. I don't think Seth's going to be in the Royal Rumble. So. Maybe he won't win, That's
What
that's another
if
question, man. Yeah.
I mean, Logan Paul says he wants the world title, which Gunter has. Does Logan Paul win it and choose Gunter?
Oh, I rather not. I really hope not. I would hate that. I would rather it be like Gunter versus Seth Rollins.
Mm,
Than see, but it's gonna happen. You know, Logan Paul will get a world title match. It's not like
yeah.
he's new to that. He wrestled the tribal chief at the
True.
height of his power.
Hmm.
And he's good at wrestling. He is.
Yeah.
He just doesn't I feel like he hasn't earned it really,
Hmm.
and he's not going to be putting in the time that those guys do. Or maybe
Yeah,
he will, and I'm an idiot. Like with maybe Raw and Netflix changes things because that's where he is now.
they could want an influencer.
They could. Um, there he is. Just because I made it, since we're talking about Logan Paul.
Hmm.
Plus, it gives me a minute to do things with my face that no one can see. Um,
Mm.
so look, I think Logan Paul on Monday Night Raw, he's gonna make his declaration, and we
Hmm.
might even get like a microphone joust with him and Gunter,
Mm.
because there was a lot of shit talked at the press event for the Netflix premiere.
Yep. So I feel like Netflix really likes Logan Paul. They probably are footing some of the bill for his contract a little directly because Raw on Netflix, it's different from network TV. Like Netflix is a lot more flexible in a lot of what they do. Network TV, it's like, all right, this is how many weeks you're on for. Netflix, this is new ground.
For what I understand, Netflix doesn't have a hard out,
Mm,
so they can go overtime if they want to.
makes sense. They have no schedule. This is the only scheduled programming they have.
Exactly.
Raw could go on for a week straight.
I would watch that. I would have to watch that.
Mhm.
Like I don't know what to do. Like I would have to be like, no, it'll be fine because I have Bluetooth headphones. So if I have to
Mhm.
go to the bathroom, I could just go to the bathroom and then come
A
back. I can still hear everything.
Monday Night Raw-thon.
Dude, I don't think that's possible. Like you, even if you used everybody,
Mm-hmm.
you still wouldn't. It would be impossible. You got to sleep, um, unless they like nap and shifts and stuff like that.
So
That's
stupid
too much
question.
wrestling. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what this podcast is for. Stupid
right.
questions,
Stupid
actually.
question. Is the deal at Peacock is done, right?
So, from what I understand, rest in peace, 9.99. But the network is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, in Europe, not America, they
Mm-hmm.
get everything on Netflix, I
Okay.
think. But like here in the States, they still have to do. They Peacock still gets the shows, the pay-per-views.
Oh, okay.
Like you can still get Raw
Mm.
and stuff. There's older episodes of Raw that you can watch on Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a fraction of the catalog. Like even for the first season, like you got the first episode of Raw and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, but you don't have everything.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you got a little bit of WWE content, and then there's going to be even more content. I think eventually, yeah, maybe when the Peacock deal is over, it's all going to be because they still kind of deal with them because I believe USA is also NBC Universal, and that's where
Yeah.
SmackDown is. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I'm not smart enough for that business talk, but yeah, that's what I know.
Interesting times.
Yeah, and The Rock is officially confirmed, even though we were under the assumption that The Rock would be on the first episode, the January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
The January 6th Monday Night Raw premiere will have The Rock. He's confirmed it on his Instagram that he will be there.
Did he have a 17-minute promo where he said nothing except January 6th Netflix?
No, it was like this whole thing, and I think he's definitely going to be involved in this head of the table thing, like about this honor that was bestowed upon him, that
Mm-hmm.
he's basically the king Samoan slash Polynesian.
Mm-hmm.
Like an actual tribal chief bestowed upon him a title or something that he said.
No, no,
Um,
no. There's only one tribal chief
that's
and one
true.
imitation tribal. Is this another imitation tribal chief?
I don't know, but I'm gonna bring it up
Mm-hmm.
on the machine here, and I'm gonna put it up and read exactly what he says, because then right now it's a lot of blah 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 what he said, and I have it here, and I'm gonna share it here with you guys. Okay, okay, here we go. Okay, so
Meantime,
share screen.
I'm pulling something up myself in case you haven't seen it.
All right, so I have to pull it over to this way so I can read it better. So it's gonna look. So besides having, besides, I can't do a rock impersonation. It'll be
Hmm.
all. It'll just be rude and disrespectful.
Hmm.
Besides having my three daughters, my Samoan High Chief title, High Chief spelled Seiuli, is one of the greatest honors of my life. I gave my word and made a commitment 20 I gave my word. A commitment 20 years ago to the Highness High Chief. I'm going to read this with no disrespect in my heart and
Hmm.
just ignorance as a basement booker. High Chief Malaetoa Tunamafili II, and to our people of Samoa, that I would leave my boyish ways behind. Will I try and carry my Samoan, Polynesian, and black culture around the world with great respect, pride, kindness, manna, all caps, humility, and warrior spirit, the Samoan way. After 20 years of proudly carrying our culture with me around the world, I can't wait to soon return back to Samoa. I already have chills just thinking about it. Until then, I'll come back home to WWE tomorrow as we make history on Netflix and begin a new exciting era. Also, he brought a shitload of TKO shares, by the way. Tomorrow night is dedicated to my grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia, my grandmother, Leah Maivia, and my dad, Rocky Soul Man Johnson, and my ancestors who've all paved the way. High Chief say, I think that, I don't know, man. Something tells me that this is gonna have something to do with the final match, the tribal combat for the Ulafala.
So directly on that, I went to Google Translate.
I wonder if we could
Okay.
play the video after. Go ahead.
So, however that is pronounced,
We're gonna play
Saialui.
the video. Maybe he'll say it in the video.
Okay. Well,
I didn't share audio,
that
so I'll
word,
let you talk about that.
Seilui, in Samoan, translates to the English word until.
Oh.
So he's High Chief until.
Oh.
Then, let me find this. Let me find this.
I'm gonna let you find this. Should I let you find this? I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
find this.
I'm looking for. There was a video posted. Maybe it wasn't cringy. Maybe it was in one of our. No, it wasn't there.
Monday Night Raw, January 6th, tomorrow on the WWE Network, brother. And then after Rich is done dicking around, not ready, I will play this video. Watch. If he says all the things that I already said and what I wrote, I'm going to be annoyed. I read everything and it could have just been played in a video. I'm going to be annoyed.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's related though because there was a moment where Heyman was counting, right? And the way Heyman counted this week on SmackDown,
Yeah, when he told Solo that he's not the tribal chief or whatever.
yep, was the same way that when Rock came out at the end of, was it
Are you talking about
Raw?
the pay per view when um, Cody teamed up with Roman?
Yeah, they counted down the same. They used the same gestures, and like I know it's like, oh, they're just counting, but it's the same. And I'm still looking for it. You know, these wrestling pages have a lot of posts.
Why do you hate me?
This is January 3rd. Fuck it. Fuck it. I can find it later and send it to you so you can throw it in if you want. But we had both Rock and Heyman counting down 1, 2, 3. And really, for what Heyman was saying, there was no need to count at all, let alone like that. which was interesting to me.
The Rock's coming, man. He's gonna like. I think they're setting up Rock Roman, maybe,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
maybe Paul Heyman's the Rock's wise man.
Hmm.
I mean, we got to have an explanation here. All right, so let's do the Rock's video, and then this was attached to it.
He's walked many paths. Wayne Johnson, The Rock, the final boss, and also in his homeland, the proud holder of one of the highest titles in all of Samoa, High Chief COD.
I flew to Samoa with my family at the request of His Highness Head of State, the Paramount High Chief, Malietoa Tunamufili II, where I had the great honor and privilege of participating in a beautiful ceremony and quite emotional ceremony where His Highness Head of State bestowed upon me the High Chief title of High Chief Seuli. His words to me were, "You are a son of the king. You are a son of Samoa. From this day forward, you will leave your boyish ways behind, and you will take with you our Samoan culture and our Polynesian culture wherever you go around the world."
So that to me, he's basically saying that he supersedes because the tribal. If you think about it, like being the tribal chief, he's the tribal chief of the Anoi
Hmm.
family. So this is like say The Rock is saying he's like above that.
Hmm.
Like a king
Yeah,
almost.
son of the king,
He's
apparently.
apparently. Uh, well, I mean that looks to be like it's gonna happen.
Is it at the Rumble? Is it at whatever event is between? Is it Elimination Chamber? Or is it Mania? I feel like that's a Mania match.
The Elimination Chamber match. I don't know, man. It's gonna be something. I mean, it's been teased, and hopefully we get something out of that. But The Rock, finally, The Rock. And we talked about The Rock portion. Now, my friends of the Book of Verse, a match caked in blood. Not really, but CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Never before. Well, yeah, it was before, but again and
Hmm.
again and again and again and again. If you think it ends here, you're out of your mind. This is the beginning of this chapter.
Hmm.
Big homie versus little homie, as CM Punk would put it.
Hmm.
Um, First of all, what'd you think before we get into that? What'd you think about the Monday Night Raw promo, the battle that they had, the famous battle that I can't put in here because then I can't be seen in territories. We can't be seen in territories somewhere unless we take
Hmm.
it out anyway. But
So I thought it was definitely a strong promo by both guys. A lot of big talk. Like it was such a good promo. Like there were periods during it that I stopped taking notes just to watch and pay attention. Um, the mention of um, Seth saying that Punk took his ball and went home or whatever, and Punk's like, other guys took their ball like they left. But where's Becky? Where's she been? No one says anything about her. So, um,
Monday Night Raw, January 6th.
right. This is probably this is a big this is a heated rivalry. I like it. I like the story that they're telling, what they're interweaving. That after Punk left, Seth stepped up, took his spot, became the revolutionary that he is. Whereas Punk was, in his earlier days, a trailblazer. He was. And at this point, the trail is no longer his to blaze. There's nothing more that he can really do except be the opponent for another trailblazer. And that right now is Seth Rollins. Seth, after Punk left, we had the WrestleMania cash-in, the iconic, right? That is a moment that will live in WWE history as super memorable, as memorable as the original cash-in by Edge. Um, and of course, cashing in on the match Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. You insert yourself into that, you come out victorious. Tremendous. So Seth took over the mantle of the Trailblazer at that point. He is a revolutionary, he is a visionary, and it's basically the modern day revolutionary versus the guy that left in the middle of blazing the trail.
You know, I agree. And honestly, I think something was left out. Because let me tell you something, all right? And a lot of people don't want to hear this thing, okay? Seth Rollins was a seed. He was growing out of the ground. And there was a mighty oak standing right next to him, blocking away the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And Rollins wasn't getting as much sun. He wasn't getting as much photosynthesis. But it wasn't until CM Punk made like a tree and left that Seth Rollins was able to grow. In my controversial opinion, if CM Punk didn't leave, there would be no Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins would be fired. That's a joke. I don't think so. I don't know if he'd be fired. He just wouldn't. I don't think we'd have the Seth Rollins that we have, honestly. You know what I mean? I think the betrayal of Roman Reigns, all that happened to fill a hole, that CM Punk-sized hole. And they got themselves Seth Rollins. I think if he should be thankful. And he's probably not thankful that CM Punk stopped returning his phone calls. You know, I understand that. That I get. That's kind of messed up. And we know, we've talked about it on this podcast, that he's done stuff like that. You know, that he's cut people off. And people have forgiven him, allegedly. You know, the Corey Graveses of the world. The maybe Sami Zayn. Definitely not Kevin Owens. Like, I don't think those guys are on good terms at all.
I don't think Kevin Owens can forgive. I don't think he has the ability in him to forgive anyone ever.
Ask Randy Orton, okay? You ask Cody Rhodes. Sami Zayn, I think, is the exception. You know, I think they've, you know what I mean? That's different.
Yeah, they're brothers.
But has he? I don't know, maybe.
Probably not.
So, yeah, I think, you know, there could be an argument that Seth should be thankful that Punk left. Because I don't know if he'd be as successful if he didn't. But that's hearsay. I don't know. But that's just what I think.
It's one of those things where Seth benefited from Punk leaving. But Seth benefited because he had to do more because Punk left.
Yeah, and Punk said that he loved the place. He just didn't like who was in charge. And he loved Seth Rollins, according to CM Punk. Well, I don't know, bro. So, who do you think's going to win? Who do you think is going to win? Who's going to win?
Man. That's a tough damn question.
I give it to CM Punk. Because I think CM Punk is more 100% than Seth Rollins is.
Yeah.
That could be the story.
That, and there could certainly be shenanigans, some sort of distraction from Drew.
Boy, I sure hope not. Drew's busy. Drew's got a lot going on. He's like hunting Samoans. He's hunting Bloodline. You know what I mean? For him to, I mean, it's possible. But he's done with Punk. I don't know if they would have him near this. But that's a possibility. But I really hope it's straight up. Might not get that, but I don't know. That's good.
he could circle back because he's done with Punk as far as his feud with Punk is from Punk coming back and screwing him out of the title. But that could get rekindled because, well, he said he's coming back and he's coming for everyone that teamed with Roman Reigns.
I mean, Seth Rollins did team with Roman Reigns a long time ago, but in the interim, he betrayed him and made his life a miserable hell.
Yeah, but Punk teamed with Roman in
That's true.
Hell in a Cell.
I thought I
Hell in a
could have
Cell. War
sworn
Games.
I could have sworn that Drew basically mentioned why he's not even going after Punk. I just don't remember because I think he said something about I think Punk's just self-interested or something, and that's why I think he gave him a pass on teaming up with Roman.
And he always tells the truth, so
Yeah, I'm not sure.
maybe that
Yeah,
is over.
Drew does tell the truth. He should keep telling the truth. That made him promo giver of the year.
I
But
noticed they're kind of doing that a lot with heels now. It's like, no, this is what happened. This is my perspective.
yeah, so you think Seth's gonna win or Punk?
I'll go with Punk too. I mean, title's not on the line, but
I know, but we're just two people talking here. I need to get an answer.
I know, but I hate being wrong. So I'll
You think
go
you'd
with
be
Punk
used to it by now? You think you'd be used to it by now?
Wah wah.
Get used to it.
I hate it.
You'll be free. You'll be free. And what else is free? This match. Jimmy Jimmy, main event Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre, Claymore Countryman. Boy, let me tell you, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre on this one, buddy. The Bloodline Hunter himself.
Nah, I think I got Jay here.
Wrestler has Jay, the Bloodline Hunted himself. All right.
Yeet.
This one, I don't know if it's supposed to be their last time ever, but it is last woman standing or something, I think. I think there's actually a stipulation on this. I think it's last woman standing.
Doesn't say it on Wikipedia here, but it's possible that it hasn't been updated.
Then it's not, but it's the final battle.
Yeah.
The final battle between it has to end. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. I'm going with Rhea Ripley, but it could just be, Becky Lynch getting in there. Could we set up Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan? I don't know. What do you think?
I think Liv retains.
Wow.
Hook up by crook.
Wow. Not a bad choice. She's got a lot of people. Judgment Day, new theme song. I don't like it. I hate it, but it makes sense why they would change it because it's not the same group anymore, really.
Yep.
All the OGs are gone, if you think about it.
This is Judgment Day Street Trash Edition.
Yeah, it is. But what's not street trash? Tribal Combat. Roman Reigns versus Solo. Tough.
What are we even talking about here?
What are we even
Why are we
talking
even talking
about?
about
The
this?
Tribal Chief wins. Rock comes out. And we're off to the races.
Ah.
Yeah, it's all for that. We're off to the races. I think it's going to be The Rock. And it's going to be some more infighting in the tribes, I believe.
Yep. Roman and finally The Rock.
It's coming. Yeah, so that's going to be it. There's going to be a lot of surprises, I hear. So, of course, we're going to have Penta. He's coming. He's going to be on there because Rey Mysterio challenged the New Day to a tag team match. And
Is that how they did
Kofi, and I hope not. And then, it could be after the match because Rey could just pick You know, like Kofi was like, who you gonna pick? You gonna pick guy in a hat, guy with no hat, girl with 12-inch heels,
Guy in the mask.
guy in a mask.
It's I feel like the tag team is going to be Ray and Dragon Lee, right?
Rey and Dragon Lee. And the
Yeah.
match is over, and Penta comes out and just beats the brakes off Rey Mysterio.
That's the way to do it. Monster Heat. He's so good as a heel. Like Lucha Underground Penta.
It'd be better that way than like, hey, he's friends with Rey Mysterio, and then he's not friends with Rey Mysterio, and then he beats up Rey Mysterio. Let's cut the middle part out and just go straight for the jugular.
Yeah, could we cut out the part where Ray is his hero? He admired him his whole career.
One can only hope. You know, I think it goes without saying. Okay, how about that? How about it goes without saying? Well, who knows? He'd be like, man, fuck Rey Mysterio. Get your bitch ass out of here. Your old shit.
And then so they cut out all that, right?
Yeah.
Pent comes out, breaks Ray's arm.
Just do it. Just break his.
Yeah,
break his
Lucha
arm.
Underground style. And next week, Penta comes out, says, while Ray was here in WWE making cushy money, he was out there in Tijuana, Mexico, fighting this and fighting that, fighting every week, you know, getting hurt, fighting hurt, all of that. That's the line I want to hear.
I was so dangerous. They wouldn't book me in matches with my brother anymore. I'm so dangerous.
When Phoenix debuts.
Well, you know, maybe that'll happen a long time from now because Tony Khan sucks. You know, I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. Like a Hoover, he sucks.
Hoover. He's
Hoover.
living at the behest of Mercedes Moné, who has defeated Mina Shirakawa, I think, and now has her belt. More belts. More belts. Eventually, she's going to need like a Luther-type character to carry her belts for her, because that's too much for one little lady.
Is Camille still with her?
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Like, she turned on her and quit.
Nice.
Yeah. Hasn't been seen since, so... Good job, everybody. Good choice. Good choice starting with AEW. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. I don't know. I don't know. Like, she's impressive. She's like a big lady. But then, like, you put her with other women who can do stuff. You know, we got to see.
Yeah. Admittedly, like, when I was watching NWA and she was paired with Nick Aldis, I didn't see her wrestle a lot. She has this presence about her, though. Like, she's a intimidating-looking woman.
Presence could get you so far. You know, it could
Facts.
get you far, but how far it go with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I heard Eva Marie was coming back to WWE also. You know? What is she going to be on Monday Night Raw? Okay.
All green, everything.
Yeah, okay. Lyra Valkyria or Dakota Kai.
All right.
I picked Lyra Valkyria. By the way, I just want to say, when they was doing Io versus Lyra, I said the winner of this match is going to be the Intercontinental Champion. That's what I said. So I hope that I'm right. What do you reckon?
It's going to be Lyra. Triple H loves her. I don't get it.
If it's not Natalia, it's Lyra. Like, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it when it went like, it's like, really? It's not going to be Natalia? All right. It'll probably be pretty cool when she wins the belt.
Yeah. So, the thing about Lyra, for me, right? Whatever her gimmick is, isn't right. It's not landing with me. But besides that, they're obviously working this gimmick that she's the perpetual underdog. And I feel like they shouldn't be doing a perpetual underdog gimmick with someone that you hyped so strongly as she came up to the main roster.
Yeah, I
It
think
doesn't work.
she could be an underdog, like if she's in the match with Io Sky.
Yeah.
But isn't everybody? I don't know, unless they're Becky or
Unless it's
Rhea.
Asuka or Becky, yeah, or
Yeah,
Rhea.
but I would think, but of the two, it would be um, Lyra, who's the underdog there, former NXT champion. You
Hmm.
know, Io Sky's a former WWE champion, though.
Yep. I mean, I'd really love to see Dakota get it.
Look, I know you all love Dakota Kai. You're all Team Kick. I never really saw the appeal. Never really saw it. Never really saw it. But she can kick. She's the underdog now. So if she wins, that's going to be a mega pop maybe. But it's just like, but can you stay healthy? You know what I mean?
Mm,
You know, there's been
true.
more injuries than not for her. I think of the two, Lyra could be more dependable, more durable, more sturdy. And this could put like a little chip on Dakota Kai's shoulder that she needs, maybe. You know, maybe it's time for her to branch out. But we'll see about that.
Damage controller faces now.
It's weird, right?
Hmm. It's weird.
It's weird.
Very weird.
I think, yeah, it could be Lyra. I don't, maybe PCP. You know, is that what they are? PCP? Pride?
PFC,
Yeah, Pride Fusion.
Pure Fusion
Pure Fusion Collective.
Hmm.
PCB was Paige, Charlotte, and Becky, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
From
Wow.
back in the day, yeah.
Back to the original NXT call up.
Yeah, yeah, and it was Team Bad, remember? And that was Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Tamina.
Hmm.
They would do it like the letters. I'm like, okay, guys, really? Okay, but heel Naomi, you know, that was pretty interesting. I like when she was mean. She needs to get that meanness. I wonder if that meanness is the one that took out Jade, but really, I really think it's Bianca. I think Bianca did that shit.
Maybe Jade comes back on Monday.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. That's a lot
Maybe
to
she-
pack in, you know?
Maybe she could tell us. Maybe she'll have that security footage of
To have that
Sasha
security
Banks.
footage of
I mean
Triple
Bianca
H.
Belair.
I mean, Bianca Belair beating up
Yeah,
Shawn
Bianca-
Michaels. I mean,
Yeah, shoving her face into the car window.
yeah. Oh man, or just dropping her off the side of a truck. I don't like. It looked like she fell off of something. It's like it's an interesting spot. You want to meet me up here on top of this here production truck. What's it for? Well, I know you don't like climbing cages. I thought we could just, you know, figure things out. And it just shuts her.
Ah,
And then it's
like off Nakatori Plaza, or whatever it is.
Nakatomi. But
There
we
you go.
tried.
I did try. Thank you.
We watched Die Hard on Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah, and you got to be careful because there's boobs in Die Hard. You know, there's a part where there's boobs. You know, so it's not exactly PG. You know,
Gotta get the Netflix version or wherever it would be.
Amazon Prime, and
There you go.
the highest of quality you can watch it in. But yes, Monday Night Raw, January 6th. You got any other things you want to say about Monday Night Raw, January 6th?
All I know is all eyes are going to be on it. We are going to be watching.
We!
We're going to be watching live, folks. We're going to be streaming
Yes, that's right. That's right. The
Basement
perfect.
Booker's YouTube channel. You know where it is. If you don't know where it is,
Then how'd you
You'll
get
figure it
this? How'd you get this? This is only on YouTube. Is somebody bootlegging? I want a piece. How are you watching this? If not, well, it could be the podcast version. Could be the podcast version. So, yes. Monday Night Raw live. It's gonna be from. I'm gonna be there. Rich is gonna be there. We're gonna be here, and we're gonna have on the ground, as in our seats, on the ground, which are technically on the ground, technically the same ground that we're all on because it goes all around. I mean, I guess it's on
all around the
concrete, too.
globe.
Yeah, all around the globe. We're going to be there. We're going to be watching live. You're going to see our immediate reactions right here, on the Basement Bookers podcast. There will be shifts. You know, if no one will not be here if someone has to go number one. Okay?
Right.
Number two is not allowed. Forbidden.
Oh.
Forbidden.
Nope. I
Okay.
got my depends on standby.
Okay, I don't know about all that. But
I mean, since I didn't go to Times Square, you know.
that's true. That's true. All right, so that's what we'll do. We're going to be here. It was my dumb idea. So hopefully everything goes off without a hitch. Netflix, okay? That Jake Paul, Mike Tyson thing didn't go too good. It wasn't too smooth, but hopefully they worked all the out and it worked good. And they should keep it working again. So you keep it locked. Basement Bookers Podcast. We're going to be live streaming 8 o'clock Monday Night Raw. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And I say that with the caveat of we need them to help us with that. So it's not my fault if it's not. I didn't do it. I don't have the millions and millions of dollar dues. But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about in the meantime? Is that good? You good with that?
I think we're good. I think we are set up for Raw's debut on Netflix, January 2nd, and our live stream on YouTube, Basement Bookers.
January 6th, not January 2nd. That's
Right.
that's a long time ago, actually.
Did I say second?
Yes, you did, but it's fine.
I don't know why.
That's well, 6th, 2nd. You know what I mean? Look,
Yeah.
it's been a long year for you. You know,
I
it's
didn't
been a
quite
long
finish my
year.
coffee.
It's been a long year.
Been a long
and-
year.
It's been a long year, Rich Riz, and I think we need to go before this gets You know what I
Yep.
mean?
So, you guys know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, do all the things. The links are down below for all our socials and our Patreon. Which is
Yeah.
free, but if you want to chuck in a buck, you get some exclusive content, some unedited episodes of the Basic Bookers podcast, and Jer's got a party message.
There's some there. The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Bookers.